I'm only joking. You should have heard everyone here. So sorry about the sound issues. Sorry, Nicola, I'm so sorry. Oh, you got to have fun, haven't you? Welcome back to Crafters TV. So glad to have your company. So sorry we're having some sound issues there. The gremlins are out of the system. We cleared them out, we sent them packing, and we told them, do not come back. This is the craft show, the Craft Vault. This is going to be an awesome opportunity for you to get a hold of some incredible deals. It's where you find all of the best prices in the Craft Vault. I am not on my own. The Giggle Fish is back. My TV wife, Debbie Fisher, is with me. How are you, Debbie?
Hello, everyone. We're back. We was getting worried then. We was like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Brilliant one, Joe, though. Poor Nicola, though. She would have proper panicked then. So we're going to have just the best show. We've got lots to catch up on, but we're going to be seeing lots of different techniques. We've got the most amazing bundle, and you're going to love it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are a colouring enthusiast, there's going to be so much for you to learn in this show. Maybe you're just starting out on your colouring journey. If that's you, then this is going to be the most perfect show for you. We've got an incredible Buy the Show collection. You can buy all in one click and you'll get half price US shipping on that as well. But everything's available individually as well. So you can either dip your toe in or you can go whole hog and go for the big collection. Let's get right into it and share with you some of the awesome things that are coming up and are in that big bundle. Everything is half price for you as well, which I think is awesome. These are your art liners. It's a black marker 6-piece set here. Differing nib sizes for you in here as well, $5.19 or $6.78. Now, we've also got the classics available for you as well. We'll show you those in just a second. It's a floral collection that you are going to receive in the classics, which is awesome. And again, it's a half price deal for you. Really lovely tropical pop of colour there for you in those ones. We've also got the colour blends available for you on the show. They are, of course, half price. These are an incredible wax-based pencil, which is going to really help you highlight and accentuate your colouring. Oh, we've also got a discovery kit for you as well. Now, these are excellent. This is the watercolour one you're going to receive in this particular collection. The lovely Benita Malby talks you through lots of different concepts and different techniques when it comes to your watercolouring. And you've got everything you need in there to get you started, including some incredible worksheets. We've got the illustrators for you. It's the seascapes that we're going to be looking at in this show. These are brilliant. These are kind of the top of the tree when it comes to our alcohol markers. They have that incredible soft Japanese brush nib on there and a fine bullet point as well. Can't wait to see those in action. We've also got the metallic pencils now, very similar to our colour blend pencils. However, they have a metallic pigment within there. They are so shiny and gorgeous. You're going to love those. We'll be seeing those in more details as we go through the show. We've also got a Reinker on the show for you too. These are brilliant. There's a whole host of different techniques that you can do with these. They look quite galactic and space age. It's the tulip that you'll get in this particular collection. We've also got the metallic markers on the show. These are legendary because they are water-based. You can watercolour with them, but then they have this incredible drying agent in them too. They'll go on cardstock, glass, ceramic, a whole host of different surfaces. We couldn't have how could we have a Craft Vault Spectrum Noir special without having a little bit of sparkle in our lives? We've got the sparkle pens on the show. These traditionally as well, the most popular is the Glitz and Glamour that you're going to get in this show. $5.19 or $6.78 for platinum members. We've also got the tricolour Aqua markers. Now these are awesome. These are 3 colours in one pen. So you actually get 9 colours there that will all blend together and work together seamlessly. Really quite a nice cathartic colouring medium to use, those ones. We've also got the Tri-Blend. This is the purple Tri-Blend you'll receive. Tri-Blend, revolutionary. 3 shades of one colour to help you get that seamless ombre and blend. But if you want to buy the show and you want to get all of that, you get it in just one click. It's all half price. You get half price shipping in there as well. You will also get some ink pads included too. So you've got a finesse in here, a quick dry, you've got the alcohol proof, so you get the waterproof, a quick dry, you've also got the alcohol-proof pebble. Then you've got the opaque and also the translucent clear, which is amazing for all of your heat embossing techniques. You get all of that, and of course half price shipping. If you want to place an order, you can. It's really easy. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Also, make sure you hit that shop the show button, and you'll find those. Johnny knew I was looking for something because there was big news yesterday. Big news yesterday because we managed to get our hands on some more of these. Oh yes, the glossy highlights. I know they were out of stock. I know we told you there were going to be months, but we basically pilfered from stock from one of our retailers, and we've got them back in stock. Now, I know we had tens of thousands of these when we launched them. We had less than 1,000 of them. We added them in the show last night, and a third of the stock has already gone. These are perfect for accenting and highlighting your projects. It gives them it's almost like a liquid glass. It will go onto cardstock and a whole host of other surfaces as well. I don't know that they'll last the day today, and then when they do go, it's going to be a while before we get them back in stock. If you missed out on them, maybe you got them home, you absolutely love them, and you think to yourself, gosh, I can't be without them, then you could come back and get a couple more of these. They are available. They're in stock right now over on the website. $4.79, $5.56 for Club Inspire Platinum members. Right, any colouring questions that you've got, this would be a great show to get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But Debbie she's primed, she's ready to go with some gorgeous colouring this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. So I thought we would start with what I class as our main sort of spectrum product, which is our alcohol markers. It's the sort of thing we started with. It's our classics. Now the classics I'm using are amazing. The colours in this are absolutely incredible. If I just turn them around, so you can see for your florals, you are getting all these beautiful colours that just work so well together. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what our Spectrum Classics are, they are our marker that does our bulletproof. So if I turn it around here, you'll be able to see here, it says it on the actual pen, you've got your bullet nib this side, and you've got a really good chisel nib. It means on your chisel nib, on this one you can get into all your small detail, and on your chisel nib, it means you can lie down all that, lots of detail if you've got a lot of colouring in one go.
Is this where it kind of all started with the alcohol markers,
absolutely,
Debbie?
Yes. So it started off with our main pens. So this is where Spectrum Noir started its journey. Now what I've done is I've took so you can see on here, we've got a pink tint, which is our PP3, and then we've got our PP5. So and I'm going to blend these two colours together. So I'm literally, because I've stamped this already, and I've stamped using our alcohol proof, and I'm just going to go, in fact, let's use a chisel so you can see that, so we can fill that big area really quickly. Now what that will do, that will lay down our lightest alcohol colour, and the lightest one, because it's the lightest, it means we've got the most amount of alcohol in there. So it will blend effortlessly wherever you put it. And then you can go back in and reapply that to let it blend in even more. And then you want to sort of leave it. You can go back to it, you can blend a bit more. There's so much you can do with these, but the effects you get, I mean, you can see already how that is really looking beautiful. And I'm just going to put some of that darker one around the tips here, and just colour them through. Now,
how do you know where to put the darker elements, Debbie?
Well, do you know what, Joe? It's all about where you think your light source will come from. So at the moment I'm using it, so my light is facing on. So I'm just thinking to myself, the sun is shining this way, and it means that my darkest source, and actually the stamp I'm using is quite good because it gives you that shading already. So wherever you see that darker shading, you can then put that darkness, because you've got petals, and it's beneath those petals that you'll get the darkest amount of shading. But if you're not sure, what I would say is choose where you want your light source to come from, and do it that way. And actually, Joe, it's a really good question. So let's just say my light source is going to come from this direction in. So on this flower here, I'm going to just colour that in. So all my light shading will be here, and we'll have darker on the opposite side, but I've left the rim there. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to come down and just shine this all on here. because I want it to be that light reflecting from this side. So when we then start to blend those together, and more here, it's a lot lighter on one side than the other. So you choose where your light source comes from. So you can see we've got it darker on here, and it's coming in darker from underneath our petals. And then you've got your light source here, which is lighter around this edge here. Someone's being vocal with their singing today.
John's well, I'd say fine voice. I mean, he's just happy, is what I was going to say.
Very happy, yeah, very happy. So I am going to switch, Joe, because I've cut this flower out and done all my colouring on here. Now, the reason being, because once you've got that done, I also want to bring in a set of pencils that are on. This, honestly, if you can, we know it's a little bit more, but if you can afford to go for that big bundle and get a little taster of everything that's in this kit, honestly, it will blow your mind because it's amazing. So our colour blend pencils are highly pigmented wax pencil. There's no extra binders in here, Joe. All you've got is that gorgeous pigment combined with the wax. It is pure wax in there. So we've not got no fillers such as talc or anything like that. And what it does is, so you can see that does look beautiful. It's how we would expect our alcohol markers to look. But by adding our pencil detail, I'm just going to add an extra sort of pink, and I'm just going to do it around the edges. So nice and quick. That's the great thing about pencil colouring, is it's almost like you're just scribbling that piece of colour down. And the reason I want to be quick is because I am going to bring in some blending solution. I'm not sure if it's still in stock.
I don't believe it is at the moment. I mean, it is something that is
apologies.
widely available though out there, so I'm sure you'll be able to grab some. We're working really hard to get it back in stock as well, so we will have it back real soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but saying that, I mean, you can see just how vibrant that is looking compared to our other flowers. And you can then even go in, so let's go in with the sort of purpley colour, because we can then start to add little accents just to really make that pop. And it's what pencils do, because when you layer them, they create this most amazing depth in everything that you've got laid down. So although your alcohol markers do a fantastic job with your colouring, to get that depth inside our flower is what you're going to be able to do. So I'm just going to colour a little bit more, and then over here. So we're just adding that little bit of colour all the time, and then I'm going to do that with my other ones as well.
It does make such a huge difference. It's almost like it goes from standard definition to high definition, doesn't it? I've got some examples actually of some images that have been coloured with alcohol markers and then with the added colour blends as well. I'll show you those in just a few minutes because they are awesome.
Yeah, they are, and it really does show it. Like I say, I mean, it's great to have the alcohol colouring, but if you can then go for the pencils just to add that bit more. And it doesn't take a lot of work, Joe. I mean, you can see just by adding that extra, it looks incredible.
Really beautiful. And I'm guessing we can use this technique not just on flowers, Debbie, but on a whole host of different colouring jobs.
Yeah.
If maybe you like nature, you enjoy colouring things like owls, I'm sure these would be great for that as well.
For anything, Joe, anything that you love to colour, you're going to be able to love to do that.
Excellent. What is the best way to sharpen your pencil? Khaki Blue wants to know.
Ah, great question. And actually a strange question, because a lot of people don't even think about how you sharpen your pencil. I don't think I've got one to hand. I'm going to have a look, just have a look down here. No, but we'll improvise, Joe. Let's pretend the cap on my pen is a pencil sharpener. So we're going to turn it. Now, normally you would put it inside and you would turn it this way, wouldn't you? So you turn it away from you. Now what you don't do is turn your pencil. You hold your pencil and you turn your sharpener. So you turn your sharpener. It's almost like that could be a sharp. Do you know what? That could be for product development. A sharpener in your lid. In a lid for your pencils.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, you told everyone now. Someone else is going to do it.
So yes, you always turn the sharpener, not your pencil. So I'm just going to put a little bit more pencil, a little bit more purple. You're being naughty today, Joe.
No.
Mentioning owls. I know what you were doing, mentioning my spowl.
We've got the spowl picture somewhere if you want to see it. You know,
No,
it's,
no, no,
it's
we're
saved
quite
constantly
happy
in
not to
the
see that.
system now. Spowl was Debbie drew, well, she did draw an owl on a stone or a pebble down at Create and Craft.
Yeah.
But it just all went a bit, it just didn't work
just
out,
went a
did it?
little
And it
bit
ended
wrong.
up looking like some sort of spider owl hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't my best moment.
So we called it Spowl.
Yeah, a spowl, yes. But the more I looked at it, the more I quite liked it. Oh, what was that noise?
No, it wasn't my tummy rumbling. It was, I don't know, a lorry, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we've got all the sound effects going on today, haven't we?
Yeah, we certainly have. It's one of them days with the gremlins. Right, so Joe, I'm going to leave it there because then what I'm going to do is bring in my solution. But like I say, look how much nicer that now looks, even without using blending solution. But I'm going to put just a touch into the lid, just so we don't use too much, and I'm just going to dip that in. But honestly, these are amazing to use and just so quick. So you can see by blending, we're emulsifying that wax, and that's going to really blend in with that beautiful, I mean, look how much that's highlighted that flower now. Really beautiful design. And just by adding in extra colour, we're able to get such a beautiful depth into our picture, and we're adding in that extra sort of purple element as well. Looks beautiful. And you've got to, you know, all it's going to do is enhance your colouring. Say all it's going to do, it's a major thing. It's going to really enhance your colouring and absolutely make you look like a professional. So doing that bit in there. But there we go. Look how much nicer that now looks.
Beautiful flower,
do that
Debbie.
Green in.
It is like a sort of Instagram filter for your colouring, isn't it, when you go over at this blending solution?
Yeah, I love your analogy of that because that's exactly what it looks like. And there we go. Just bring in those other ones down. And that brings our picture in. And then all we're going to do, Joe, I'm going to put a nice little card together, a nice quick card. I've also got some extra pieces here as well, which we can use. And I've also used my pen to colour in the missue on here. So it's just from one of our floral dies. And then I'm just going to get my tape pen and put this little card together.
Awesome.
I wouldn't normally do cards because it's more technique based, but I know that we have our demo of the show, so it's nice to get
you just want to make sure you get up on the demo of the show.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
Okay. Cool. Craig, he did get one up in the end, didn't he? Oh, did you finish it for him, Nicola? Oh, he did finish it himself. It's there, it's up there. We did get it up on the wall. Sarah Brown says hi from Australia, Melbourne. Hi, Sarah Brown. Rhonda is saying good morning to everyone as well. Mary Patton from Montana. Anne says the sun is supposed to be out this afternoon, but she gives me a rolling eye emoji, which would imply that it isn't. Pam is saying hi from a very muggy Southern California. Today's my hubby's birthday, so we'll watch for a bit and catch up again later. Evelyn's in from Colorado. Barbara's in Indiana. Who else we got here? Aisha's here from New Jersey. Second time today. Great to be back with all of my fellow CC crafters. Vicky's saying hi from a cloudy and humid Long Island, New York. And lots of you talking about your favourite colouring mediums. I'd love to know. Do you know what, actually? I'd love to just see pictures of anything you've coloured recently. That would be nice. We could share some of your creativity. You can send those in to me really easily to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. It's studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And we'll pick those up.
Yeah, absolutely. Be nice to see if you've done any colouring. So we've got this part here. I'm then going to use these pieces. So I'm just going to grab myself some foam pads and then we'll pop those. Oh, they're only big ones. There's only ever big ones on the show. Let me grab my scissors. We will just cut some.
Terry Lee wants to know if you can use the... Terry Lee Tyrrell says, can you use the blending solution with metallic pencils?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Yep, absolutely. The thing is with the metallic pencils, and actually while we're on metallic pencils, they're not always in stock, Joe.
No.
They go so quickly because people absolutely love them. So if you want your metallic pencils or you've been using yours, honestly, you need to get in and get them because they are incredible. And what I was going to say about them is that the metallic pencils actually don't need, they're a little bit different. I don't know what it is, because they're metallic, they blend over and over into each other. Very creamy, yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to pop our little pieces here, and then I'm going to, oh, I was going to put a bit there, but we're not going to do that anymore, so I'm going to pop that up there. That was my stand for underneath, but it doesn't matter. And then we're going to just, let me, I'm trying to find some glue. There we go, we'll use this one. Oh, we've got a bit of a
got a bit of a blockage.
Got a bit of a blockage.
Don't squeeze it too hard, because you know what happens?
What happens?
Well, sometimes it just all then squirts out, doesn't it? Sometimes you get a bit of a blockage. Johnny nearly took himself out the other day. We thought he was going to have to go into A&E. He used the hand sanitizer on the counter in the gallery, shot over his shoulder, Debbie. Honestly, imagine if it had gone in his eye, poor thing. 10 seconds ago life, he's like, whoa! Hit the wall behind him.
So the thing what you have to do with this is, so you don't get a blockage, you have to make sure that you put a little bit of the glue, a little globule at the top, and then you put your lid on, and then you never get a blockage. Right, and I'm going to turn that round, and there we go. We've got our finished card, our beautiful coloured in flower, using our alcohol markers and our pencils.
Amazing, they look incredible. Let me just show you as well those the difference I was talking about there a moment ago when you use alcohol markers, because the alcohol markers, you'll see here, they look absolutely fantastic. They really do. You get loads of depth, loads of dimension, lots of shading on these, which is fantastic. But it's when you see it with the added colour blend pencil, because look what happens when you add the colour blend pencil. I mean, it really does transform it. This one here with this flower, look at the depth on that flower when you add those colour blend pencils in. So, I mean, absolutely, both of the things work really well in their own right. But when you use the two together, you can really see how it does make such a huge difference. Some other projects here that have been coloured with just the colour blend pencils as well on their own. I mean, they give you this amazing sort of sheen because of the wax that you've got in there. They are absolutely fantastic. Don't miss out on those. They are in the By the Show collection, of course. You get absolutely everything in here. Now, what you might want to go for is maybe you've got lots of Spectrum Noir items. Maybe you want to go for some of our pen trays. Now, these are the optimum way to store your pens, because you should be storing them flat. That's just the way it goes. That's the way it is. And what these are trays that they clip into each other. The great thing about these, though, is that they are modular. Let me just clip these two together. They are modular, and what that means is that you can either have them stacked up, you can have them side by side, you can have them stacked up straight, you can have so they're concertina backwards. However it is and however they fit and are going to fit and work in your craft space, these will work. You get 6 of the trays in there. Each tray holds, let me double check, yeah, 6. So you get enough to hold 72, is that right? 72 markers, there we are. So you can go for those. They're available for you on the show today. Also, the ink pad trays as well. So these are fantastic. Again, 6 pieces in here. It's exactly the same concept for you. You get 3 in each, so they hold 18 ink pads. A great way to store them. If you're using smaller, squarer ink pads as well, you can still store them. They've got a little lip in here as well, so the square ones are not going to get lost in there. So again, whichever ink pad style you want to store, you've got the ability to do it there in those ink pad trays, and they're half price. Sometimes we'll do like a buy 2 get 1 free, but if you just wanted to get them individually, you can today, whilst they are on a fantastic half price deal. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the metallic pencils, and I'm just going to grab the board because I want you to see how awesome these are. Now, I've got a board just here for you. These are the colours that you're going to receive in here, but what you'll see is that they are metallic, but still got that really lovely creaminess to them, which you get from the colour blend pencils. And in here, you're going to get light blue, green, purple, silver, gold, rose gold, yellow, pink, mica, blue, the violet, and the nickel as well. Brilliant, these, Debbie, aren't they, on sort of darker cardstocks?
Yes.
Were you listening to me?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what I was doing actually, Joe? I was using the glossy highlights because I thought, oh, this would work really nice on these flowers. So apologies that I wasn't listening to you. I was just concentrating on putting the glossy highlights.
Well, I think we'll let you off. I'll give you the details. I see as Debbie's loving them so much, I'll give you the details for the glossy. I'll give you the details for the glossy highlights. Here they come. They are available. They're back in stock. They're not going to last. I mean, we have got, I'd say, probably 10%, less than 10%, 5% of the stock we had when we originally launched these. A third of that stock has now gone. I know a lot of you ordered them and just went for the one. If you don't want to wait for a restock again, I would highly encourage you to grab them now. I can't imagine them lasting the day, so please be quick for them. Over a third now of those have gone. What are we going to be able to use these glossy highlights for then, Debbie?
Yeah, I am sorry about that, Joe. I wasn't listening to you at all. So there we go, glossy highlights. So they're great just for putting tiny pieces of anything that you want highlighted. If you've got a lovely bird and you want just to highlight the glossiness on its eye, you can do that because you have this lid that just comes on and off, which is really good. It's got a really small little nozzle on there. So on the top there, you've got that tiny little nozzle so you can get into the smallest of places. It's great to mix. You can actually mix this with any of your colours as well and get a coloured highlight. But it's really great. You can see what I have been doing is I just move. Can you look at the gloss?
Wow.
On
shiny.
There? Shiny. I mean, how amazing is that? Now that's a bit misty because it comes out a little bit cloudy when you're doing it. But when that dries, and that's why I wanted to get it done now, because I think at the end of the show I'll show you again, and that will be touch dry because it's just amazing. I mean, it looks like pools of water, doesn't it? Just looks incredible. So yes, it is absolutely amazing. And honestly, they sold out. I don't know when we'll get them back in again. So you definitely want these in your basket. Yeah.
Don't miss out on those. Also, don't miss out on the metallic pencils because, as Debbie was saying earlier, they are not often in stock. And they are. I'd worked here for about 8 months before I even managed to see these on one of our shows. So to have them in stock anyway at any point is always lovely. To have them in stock at half price, £5 and change, $5 and change for Club Inspire Platinum members, which is incredible value for money. It really, really is. Do please keep sending your pictures in to me. I'd love to see anything that you've been colouring, and you can send those to me, as I said, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Beth says she has a black colouring book and the metallic pencils really pop. Alison Soberman says, I bought the metallic pencils for my daughter last year. I thought she would share. Nope, I need my own set now. Well, there's no better time to get your own set. A lot of love for that last demonstration as well from Maria and Jean and Sarah too. So yes, but metallic pencils, Debbie.
Do you know what? So I honestly, with these sell out time and time again. So if you want them, you know you've got to grab them. Yours may be wearing down where you've used them so much. But if I show you these ones, they look amazing. Being able to colour, and we're going to do this. We're going to colour into some embossed detail. But honestly, you can do this onto white card, onto black card. These are so beautiful, these pencils. So what I'm going to do to start with, we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing, but I want to do it on black card. So we are going to use the translucent ink pad, but I first of all just want to use our pigment ink pad. Now you are getting a taster of a pigment ink pad, which is in the honey pot in the main set. I'm just going to be using the black for now, just to stamp with, and we're just going to put a couple of our stamps into place, and let's just put some of the leaves here. So I have got one, but we'll stamp these, and then we're going to use, if I had some black embossing powder, I would have used my clear one. And what I'm talking about with clear, I'm just going to bring that in so you can see. This is our translucent clear watermark. It is the same as what a pigment ink pad is, because this one and this one you'll get in that bundle. We will use it in a little while. It stays wet for longer, so it means when you put your embossing powder on, but I didn't bring my black embossing powder with me. So what I am going to do is just switch it out for the black one and put clear embossing powder on. So we'll pop that in. And actually I could have stamped the yellow one because we have that honey pot, because you would still get that yellow onto black card. It's quite amazing because it's a pigment ink pad. I love that we've got a bit of everything on this one, Joe.
It's cool,
which is
isn't
really
it?
good. Yeah, really good. So I'm going to stamp that again because I want that as wet as I possibly can. because we want to make sure we're getting that nice raised embossing. Putting it the right way. And I'm using my magnetic stamping platform because it's the one that's going to give me the precision and allow me to re-stamp back in. So I know I've got that nice and shiny on there. And then we're going to use our clear embossing powder. So like I say, if you did want to do this, even with your honey pot, let's just say that you haven't tried heat embossing before, you're getting a honey pot one, you can just get yourself some black embossing powder, and that will fill the top and you won't see the yellow underneath.
Okie doke.
So you can see we've got that onto there. So it's just showing you how we would do it onto a black piece of card. Now these pencils do work on both. They work on black card and they also work on white card. But on the white card they don't come out as metallic as what they do on black. So this is just doing your heat embossing with a black outline. You can also do it with a white outline, so I've got both to show you. And these are
embossing is such a great technique, isn't it? I think it's definitely
yeah.
one of those things that it gets a lot of people into crafting.
Oh, it's what got me into crafting. Yeah, absolutely. I remember seeing it on a craft day on QVC, and that's where I started my crafty journey.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Who was doing it, do you remember?
Dawn, Bibby and Leonie.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's where it started on QVC. They used to have craft days.
Oh,
and I used
I'm
to love
seeing
it.
Leonie next week.
You are, yes. We keep saying we're going to catch up and never get round to it ourselves.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
They're right in front of me, look.
The problem is, Debbie, we've all put our lives on hold for like a year and a half, and now we've got a year and a half's worth of things that we're trying to get done. You know, it's going to take us 3 years to get caught back up to do all the things we normally do, and then all the things we didn't do for all that time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And even now, you're still a bit unsure of what to do, are you?
Well, no one really knows, do they?
No, absolutely not. So if you do it in white, Joe, you can get it like this look. And then I've done it, so I've just cut these out of my nesting dies. So let's take our pencil. Now, what's great about these pencils, literally, you can just keep layering these up time and time again. So I'm going to start with my purple and just layer this in. Now these really do blend into each other, so you never have to worry. You know how we say with a lot of pencils to sort of do your lightest touch and build up the colour? You don't need to do that with these. The wax just seems to move around. It's such a great way to colour. And you get the really beautiful effects because you've got that metallic. So just colouring in to here. And then around.
Johnny just asked me if I could get the Yupo paper.
Yupo.
Yupo. I don't know, I don't actually know if that's how, is that how it's pronounced, Johnny?
Yupo, yeah.
Yupo. Yupo.
Yupo. It's Yupo, not pal.
Yupo.
Yupo. And it's
I do apologise. I don't know what's going on. There's something in the water here today at Crafters TV. It's just been one of those. It's been a very strange day so far, Debbie.
and Yupo, do you know where it gets its name from, Joe?
No.
It's that's just the makers. The makers are Yupo. Very boring, isn't it?
Nicola, you took the words off the tip of my tongue there. Oh, we were hoping for a slightly more interesting story.
I know, sorry, but I actually did it.
So do you know how it got its name? Well, it's just a brand.
Most places go, yeah, it's just a brand. So wherever you see
Oh, there you
paper,
are.
it's
It's an ultra smooth synthetic paper,
Yep.
perfect for inking and painting. Its unique non-porous surface means colours will blend and diffuse beautifully, or can even be scratched and wiped clean away. The creative
Yep.
possibilities are endless.
and it's just plastic paper. Yeah.
Do you have any other sort of little sort of life stories or any little interesting tidbits you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I thought that was quite interesting. It wasn't like the name of a pet, you know, like you get like Nina cards. I mean, where does Nina cardstock, the name, come from? I don't know that question, by the way.
Maybe it was invented by a lady called Nina. You never know. There's a lady who reads the news in the UK, and her name is Nina Nana, and I think it's got to be one of the best names ever. Nina Nana. What a great name.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Johnny is just Googling why, he's just on the case as to why it's called Nina cardstock. I always find it funny when things are called like nothing like you would imagine them to be. I'll give you some examples. Feel free to join in this game at home as well. Campanology.
Oh, and that doesn't mean that.
Doesn't mean what?
It doesn't mean camping.
It doesn't mean like camp analogy, no. Campanology is a bell ringing. If you're a bell ringer, you're a campanologist, yeah. Apparently, we did look into it. It's something to do with the Italian word for bells. What was the other one I was going to... Taxidermy. That's nothing, doesn't sound anything like what it actually is, does it?
Oh, stuffing.
Yeah. Any others in the gallery?
Yeah, it's weird. I wonder where that name
Nicola
comes
loves
from.
a word. She's a bit of a word geek, our Nicola. She feels a bit pressurised. Kara says Joe relies on Tiffany's logic too much. I don't know what Tiffany's logic is.
Oh yeah, what's that?
What is Tiffany's logic?
Is that, oh, that's being named after someone.
Nina was a place in the States.
Wisconsin.
I'm sure it still is a place. I don't think they got rid of it.
Wisconsin?
It's where, Seri, Johnny?
Wisconsin, isn't it?
Wisconsin. There you are. It's a place in Wisconsin.
Look at me knowing that. I know. I was being impressed myself.
And Nina, what, Johnny? There was a mill. There you go. It's named after a mill. In the same way that Century of Pearl, then? No, that's not named after a mill, is it?
It's not just me, Joe. Century of Pearl, the mill.
Century of Pearl sounds like a sort of fancy mill conversion that people would, that hipsters would live in the city centre.
Conversion.
Yeah.
Do you get barn conversions in the US?
Barn conversions?
Yeah.
I don't know if they've got barns. I'd
That's what I
imagine
mean.
they
I
do have
don't think
barns.
they do, but they must have, because they have
have barns.
ranches and things, don't they? Do you convert your ranch houses?
A ranch conversion. You know, one day, you know, we've got lots of things in the UK that probably will be old and we'll need to do something else. Maybe we'll have like petrol garage conversions in, you know, years to come. You know, and other sort of odd buildings that we've built that need converting. I don't know what.
Barn conversions are amazing.
They are, aren't they?
We're having a loft conversion.
Are you?
Yeah.
I used to live in a thatched barn conversion.
Did
Very
you?
small. Do you know the only problem with them, Debbie? Very dark in the winter. So tiny, tiny little windows.
We could you not have bigger windows put in?
I don't think so. I think you're not allowed to like knock them around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that colouring is looking amazing, mate.
Yeah, and I did want to finish that one flower, but look how incredible that is. If I shine that, it's just so lovely that you can blend that really easy. But if I want to go in then with a blue, Joe, I can actually add extra colouring, and it just takes it. You can just keep going over the top, and look at that, just adding in that extra. It's, for me, these are the easiest pencils there are to colour with. Their blendability is incredible. They just look amazing. We can really then add that blue highlight and really quickly, and it will still take it. So you can see even that blue now coming into there looks incredible. And then if I just bring in, I'm gonna bring in just a few bits to highlight here. Again, I'm just using those nesting dies. We're going to stick a really quick card together. But if you wanted a really beautiful wax metallic pencil, I mean, what are these, Joe? £6.49?
£5.19 or £5.98 for platinum members.
Crazy,
I mean,
absolutely.
stock up. I mean, they could
absolutely.
stocking fillers, couldn't they, for that price?
Yes, yeah. And dare I say it, but these are the sort of pencils you wouldn't normally give your children. But at this price, I think for a pack of like felt tip pens, you can pay at that price for them.
Easily.
So you could actually treat your children to them as well. Your
well, we've really set the papers amongst the mills here on social media. Nina comes from the word ho chunk.
Ho chunk?
Ho chunk. A word for running water. There we go. It's Wisconsin's largest producer of paper products. Shadai's letting me know as well. Laura says, oh yes, barn conversions. I stayed in an apartment loft that was in a converted warehouse near Baltimore. I live in a converted warehouse as well, Laura. Evelyn saying how beautiful that looks. Yolanda loving that colouring as well. I mean, definitely, I think, you know, if you just were going to treat yourself to a little something, Debbie, you know, you don't want to break the bank, but it's nice to have something that reinvigorates your crafting a bit, isn't it?
Oh,
for
so
$5.19 or $5.98, I think
crazy.
these would be absolutely perfect for that.
That is absolutely crazy. You would be silly, even if you've got them, not to get another pack for that price, because you will use them. They're beautiful to work with. They look amazing. I've then just got some gems here, which I need to cut these because they were strips. So I'm just gonna grab my scissors and just cut in between. And I'm just going to dot these about, and then I have got somewhere.
You really want to win that card of the day today, don't you?
I just like making cards.
I know you do.
I've lost me, I did have a sentiment, so instead of the sentiment, I've got a finished card. But, yeah, we're just going to pop our little gems on here. Yeah, I don't normally do gems, do I? But I just thought, as I've got them.
Burke's Bun says, yes, we have barns, silly, and yes, they sometimes get converted to living spaces. As you told Debbie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Susie T says, these pencils are the best. They are so soft and creamy like butter. I bought a set for myself and a set for my daughter as well. Beautiful, beautiful that is, Debbie.
And either way, so you can have it this way or this way, Joe.
What way would you like it?
I think we're going to do it that way, but
Okay.
I have lost my little sentiment. And then this one I did, but I did in white, and I put a little ombre around the edges of it. So it just shows you the different types of ways that you can do it. But honestly, these pencils are beautiful to use.
Absolutely gorgeous. Remember the colours that you're getting in there. I believe I'm right in saying there's only one set of these, isn't there, Debbie? It's just so this is a full collection on these, which is wonderful. It is the colours you're getting in there: the light blue, the green, purple, silver, gold, rose gold, yellow, pink, mica, blue, violet, and also the nickel there as well. Absolutely awesome. Make sure you get your hands on those. Right, I want to show you the Yupo. Do you know why it's called Yupo Paper, Debbie?
I don't know, Joe. Why is it called Yupo Paper?
I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us. The Yupo Paper. This is perfect for all of those alcohol ink projects that you want to do. I mean, we're calling it a paper. It's not really a paper, is it? It's like a synthetic material.
It's a plastic paper.
Plastic paper.
They call it plastic paper.
Plastic paper.
Plastic paper.
So therefore it's plastic, not paper.
But it's paper in the respect that you draw on.
Yeah,
it.
I guess so. It's a paper. I guess, you know, photo paper isn't really paper, is it?
No, it's photo paper.
I mean, I feel like my whole life's been a lie up until this point. If you want to go for the Yupo paper, 10 pieces for you. It's 5x7 in size, because she's gone. It's going to be great for all of your alcohol inks, your reinkers. It's perfect to use for those kind of things. I want to share with you also some of the Spectrum Noir pads that we have available on the show for you. The paper pads are amazing because it really is like the ultimate premium paper that we bring you here at Crafters Companion from Spectrum Noir. Beautiful for drawing on, a wonderful sketch pad as well if you want to use it for that. This is the watercolour one that you've got just here, which is excellent. 9x12 in size, 300 GSM. It's nice as well, it's a 9x12 size, not an A4 size. So if you, you know, used to working on a 9x12 stateside, this will be great. You've then got this one, which is the premium black paper pad. Now this is going to be gorgeous for your metallic markers, also excellent for those metallic pencils and the colour blend pencils that we shared with you. Again, all half price, 25% off these, so a great opportunity to get yourself stocked up. And then you've got the marker pad, which is going to be perfect for all of your alcohol colouring that you might want to go for. $5.99, $8.97 as a platinum member. Right, we're going to go to the tricolour aqua markers next, and they are these ones just here. So this in this particular set, you're going to get, now you get 9 different colours within here. These ones here are your colour basics that you're getting. Each pen has 3 different colours within it, and each pen blends together seamlessly, and then you can use all those colours together, kind of like our tri-blend markers that you might know, whereas tri-blends have sort of 3 shades of white. They're 3 different colours, but they're 3 colours in the same colour family, so you blend from dark to light. These are 3 different colours that you can watercolour and blend together. So they really are revolutionary. There's 4 Colour Me Happy shows that are available just on the colour blends on their own. But if you did want to dip your toe in, brilliant that you can get them for half price today. I don't think we've ever done a half price deal on any of our tricolour aquas, so this would be definitely the time to go for it. Less than £4, less than $6 for Club Inspire Platinum members there on those ones. A lot of love for that last card. Anne says there's a show on TV over here called Barnwood Builders. They go around dismantling old barns and build new... try this again. This is quite hard to say. I don't know if this is always hard to say, it was just hard to say today. There's a show on TV over here called Barnwood Builders. They go around dismantling old barns and build new buildings with the old wood. Mum is a fan. Wow. There you go.
I love
that sounds
that
like my
idea.
kind of thing, that. Gwenda says she got the metallic pencils yesterday. Kathy says what a beautiful card. The flowers look like they're on black velvet. Black velvet, a delicious cocktail, ironic, by the way. Rhonda says, the metallic pencils look awesome. I have them, are super easy to use. Gorgeous card, Debbie. And Rhonda says, got all my warehouse orders delivered yesterday afternoon. Woohoo! Beth says, Joe, you look like a handsome cheetah today with that spotted shirt. Thank you. I'll take,
Well, it was better than my analogy.
I'll take sexy cheetah, why not?
So I said Joe's shirt looked like someone had ripped up loads of black pieces of paper, thrown it in the air, and they'd all stuck on his shirt.
I've actually had lots of compliments on this shirt today.
I thought that was a compliment. I said that was my favourite shirt of Joe's. I love that shirt.
We're getting to that point in the summer now where it's all about wearing white as much as you can, Debbie.
Yes.
Now we've started to get a bit of a tan. The weather's been pretty good. It's going to be hot this weekend. We're going to go for an ice cream between shows on Saturday. That is how hot it's going to be. 26 degrees Celsius here in the UK. I'm going to guess, Johnny will check this out for me, I'd say it's probably about 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll have a little check. Yes, please keep sending pictures in of your colouring. We'd love to see them. I'd love to share some of them with you. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those into. Right then, tricolours, Debbie.
Yeah, tricolours.
78. I was bang on, Debbie. Whoop whoop.
There you go. Yeah, so I'm just cutting myself a piece of watercolour card because we are going to do the tricolours. What I love about them, Joe, is anything that's water-based is so easy to use. And these pens, so you've heard of our tri-blend, which means they have that 3-colour system. These are tricolour. Now, because they're water-based, the first thing you will see about these that are different is they're different colours. It means that we've took all the hard work out of the pens for you, which means each of these colours will blend effortlessly into the next colour. They have the most amazing brush nib, so it does really feel like you're painting with a watercolour if you just want to use them and drag your colour out. We're going to be putting them onto our glass mat and then using a paintbrush to go over our images. Now, I've just grabbed some of these stars. So these were from our, and it's gone out of my head now, someone will tell me, was it the shadow alphabet?
Yes, they were indeed.
Yes, so the shadow alphabets, they come with all these background ones. So I'm just going to use a few of these. We're just going to do a little bit because I do have a finished sheet which I've filled entirely, but I did want to bring in, I did promise I would bring in that translucent clear. This one gives you a clear ink, which is amazing because it's a resist technique. So I'm going to bring these in and bring in my stamping platform and just pop these into place. Now, if you do have it, I would use a anti-static bag. It means that it won't transfer any of your embossing powder anywhere else other than where you've stamped. But I do have one already done, so I'm not going to worry too much. You can see this is like a very dirty one, but it doesn't matter because it's just going to take that ink. So putting that on and making sure I've really applied that ink all over. And again, we can re-go over if we need to. So pushing that down, making sure all that wet ink, I like to leave it just for a few seconds longer to let that ink soak in because it is a watercolour a translucent ink, so we want it to really sink into our watercolour paper card. Is what
Yours is fairly clean, Debbie, I must say. I've seen a lot of ink pads, and I've seen a lot of them very much muckier than yours.
Well, this is the studio.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
What's yours look like? Is it in your bag?
Yeah,
Can we see it?
No, I haven't got it with me, no. In fact, you wasn't here. When I left on Thursday, I think it was, I do it every time. I try and balance everything on top of everything else when I'm heading out the door. And my bag literally fell completely over, upside down, and everything went everywhere. So it's literally sat in a so Ben was in, he come and helped me, and we literally just shoved it all into a big carrier bag. And he was like, Debbie, you're never going to get all that back in that bag. And I've looked at it a few times and still not tried to get it back in my bag.
Typical.
I have brought it with me because I thought while I'm up here, I will actually try and sort it out, because it does need sorting. So yes, but my one, yeah, I should get it. Perhaps I can bring it in for tomorrow. It's pretty dark, got lots of grubby inks on it. Right, so just using again that embossing powder. Now you could use white, but because we've gone on to white cardstock, I don't need to worry too much about using a white embossing powder. We need to get some in. We've got some cosmic shimmers, haven't we?
We do have some cosmic shimmer embossing powders over on the website. Quite a nice range of them as well. Some of the more sort of more multimedia sort of chunky ones. So we've got some of the finer ones. Go over to the website, type Cosmic Shimmer in, and you'll see a whole range of them over there. We had some Airless Misters that launched the other day. Did you see those?
Airless Misters?
Airless Misters.
Oh, how have I missed that?
I don't know. I said it sounded like Careless Whisper. Airless Mister. Basically, it's like a spray ink, but the bottle doesn't have an air in it. It's vacuum. It's basically a vacuum bottle, so it doesn't block the nozzle up.
Wow.
How genius is that?
And what are they?
So they're ink misters, but they don't have any air in them, so it doesn't block your nozzle.
Oh, I think
no air bubbles in them, no blocked nozzles, none of that. And also, because there's no air in them, you can use them like any direction. You can even hold them upside down and they still spray. But they're not an aerosol. It's magic, I tell you, magic.
Wow. Oh, I'm going to have to have a look for those. I haven't seen them.
They're over on the website right
Probably
now.
because they haven't been on my show. Oh. So I'm putting my yellow down, and then I'm going to put my blue. I'm not going to put so much blue. I put yellow because it's my lightest colour and a bit more. And then we got our I think it comes out more pinky, this colour. So we've got our cardstock. I'm just going to bring in a little pot of water and my flat brush. So this is a great technique to use your pens with. We can just then, I'm going to actually wet my card a little bit because it just makes application of the ink go on much better. So I'm just going to make sure that's all wet. And then we're going to pick up our yellow to start with. So picking that up, and we can then pop that across. And then what it will do, it won't get with where I've stamped it, it will act as a resist, so you won't see that. And then I'm going to go into my blue, and then I'm going to do blue and then put it through. Look how that mixes beautifully.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. So a really nice way to do that ombre effect. And if we wanted to get a little bit more green, just mix that a little bit more with the yellow. And then I'm going to go in, let's turn that round, and we can get that last colour where we're going to pick this one up and then do this onto here. So we're going to get that sort of purpley colour going into our red, get that gorgeous effect. And it's just a really nice way of creating a beautiful background. Now this bit here, please don't waste that. I'm going to bring in my spritzer because all you need to do is give that a bit more of a spritz so it just moves that about. And then we can bring in another piece. I've got another piece that I've done exactly the same with, but this time we're going to do a bit of a swooshing technique. So smoosh that in there, and that will give us different effects on our background. If you wanted it a bit more, we can go in with a little bit more, so I can just give that a little bit more wet there. And then just take this to our corners, and you'll get a different effect each time. And then I don't want to get it to the stage where it's a little bit too muddy, but that gives us a beautiful effect. So once you let that dry, that will look really cool. And we also, I mean, if you want to do some faux bleaching, we can flick onto here. I'm just doing it with my fingers. Just flick, and then if I bring in a piece of kitchen towel, the longer you leave that, the more that sucks up, and it will suck up the water, and then you'll get that really cool faux bleaching in the background. So lots of different effects that you can do there. And then if I just bring in my finish card here, all I've done is put myself a sentiment on there, and you've got that gorgeous ombre coming through and that really lovely background. And you can also paint with them as well. So that's just doing a background, but that's just one of the many things that the pens can offer you.
They are amazing. A lot of people saying as well in the comments they hadn't thought about using watercolours with heat embossing, but yeah, absolutely you can do that. Anne says, didn't know this was a possibility. Feel like Debbie is the mad scientist in her lab. The giggling scientist.
Definitely a mad.
Oh, use the clear sparkle pen instead of the water brush for added sparkle in your ombre,
Absolutely.
says Susie T. Maria just says, oh wow. That's all she says. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's it. Remember, if you want to go for those, absolutely you can. I'll just share them with you again. It's the 3 pens on their own. It gives you 9 different colours, which is awesome. So you've got them in there. Don't think we've ever had those on a half price deal, so it's brilliant for you to grab a hold of them. It is really busy over on the website at the moment, and what I'd like to do is give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of US delivery and also Club Inspire.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
All the details there of US shipping and also Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Now we are going to continue on. We're going to have a look at something that are always so popular. Again, not something we ever bring you at a half price deal. It is our metallic markers. It's the antique elements that we're going to have here for you. So what you've got in here then, in the antique elements, is you're going to get 6 awesome colours. So you've got ancient bronze in here. You also have aged copper. You're going to get rose gold, tarnished silver, vintage satin, and the antique pearl in there as well. Really beautiful. They've gone to a whole host of different mediums for you. You can watercolour with them. Once they're dry though, they won't move around with water. They're quite magical really, is how I like to think about them. I'd love to, I know some of you have been sending us in some pictures. We'll share some of those with you shortly. But these are awesome. And Debbie, these are like one of those, you know, like a staple product that we always carry, and they're always popular whenever we bring them, because I think they are perfect for whatever style of colouring crafting that you want to do. So whether you want to write with things, or you want to make home decor, or you want to accent your craft project with these do a bit of everything, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do. They are such a nice pen to work with. Again, they have 2 nibs, which is great. So you've got your fine bullet nib, so if you wanted to write with it, you can. I mean, that is an amazing nib to write with. But then you've got that softer nib on the other end, so you've got that sort of brush nib as well, which is incredible again to use. So having that versatility of a double-ended pen is amazing. So again, with any pens like this that you've got with 2 colours, always keep them laying down horizontal, because you want to equalise the ink going through. You'll only notice that more if you use one side more than the other and you stick them in a pot, and then eventually when you come to use maybe one of the sides, it won't have so much ink. So always keep them flat. Now these work beautiful, and I am just going to bring in some black card, because they work amazingly well if you're just going to use them onto black card. So if I use that small bullet point to start with, you've got that sort of beautiful line there, and then you've got that more sort of brushed flow, so you can see you've got that thicker and thinner line. They're just great for adding detail into anything, and like you say, you can put them onto glass just using the nib, you know, creating that little flower. They dry really quickly, but if you are quick with them, you can move them. So if I just grab myself, in fact someone was saying about the sparkle brush earlier, so let me just grab a sparkle brush, and then if I just do this here, we can then bring that out. We can start to maneuver that, but you have to be quick so to get that to sort of spread, but you can move about within there, which is a nice thing to do. So on black card, they obviously work beautifully. If I sort of give that a shine, it's like a matte metallic, which is incredible. But what my favourite thing to do with them, Joe, is we are going to use a stamp. I've got one of these sort of poppy stamps here and a piece of watercolour card, and it is just white watercolour card, because what these are great for is stamping. So if I use this main flower one, and we'll stamp into the middle, I'm just going to now bring in my stamping platform and pop that on there, because also what I want to do is a bit of a background as well. So we can also use some of our other stamps. Let me bring in, I've got a smaller one actually, so will that fit on there? Yes, we can pop that way. So that will give me my main flower, and then I'm just going to bring these elements in and create sort of backgrounds, because there's some really nice effects on these. So you can choose whatever ones that you like or want to do, but they just work really well with like enhancing on your stamps. So I'm going to pop that one onto my stamping platform, and then I will do the other one where we use that just to stamp onto. So what we're going to do to start with is I'm going to use my pinky colour, and we're going to use our silver as well. So I'm going to use the bigger brush nib, and I'm going to just go directly onto my stamp and just colour all over. So it's nice and easy. I mean, there's no trickery with this.
Can we only do this with like certain stamps, floral stamps, or can we do this with everything? Sentiments, could we do this with, Debbie?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No harm in whatever stamp you use. And then I'm going to use this one because it's quite a dark one. It gives us that really beautiful effect. So pop in that on. And then before I stamp, what I do want to do is get my spritzer. So I had that, there it is. Get my spritzer ready because we're going to spritz it while it's on there. And I'm just going to do a little bit more of the red to make sure we've got that all covered. And then I'm going to do a little bit of huffing, Joe. So that's just a case of, and it's just sort of re-wetting the surface, and then we're going to stamp down onto there, just making sure we've stamped all that. And then I'm going to have my spritzer at the ready. So turning that round, and then I'm just going to spritz and wait for that to start having movement. So as you can see, I've sort of spritzed a little bit too much there, but the effect you get off of this is beautiful. So you just do it to wherever you want it. Less is more, let it sort of develop where you want it to go. But it's almost like you've done your own watercolour, which is incredible. So that's our first part. And then if I bring in this one, we can do the same with these, but just creating those different backgrounds.
You haven't put any stick and spray on this platform, have you? Because I know Jan's in.
Had she cleaned it? Has it been cleaned?
She always cleans it for you, yeah. She says that Debbie's been in again, hasn't she?
I normally clean. Trouble is, she's got two Debbies to contend with because Debbie liked my idea of spraying the platform.
Did she?
Yes, so Debbie Robinson thought it was brilliant.
Oh.
She liked the idea that it stuck to the platform. But luckily, it is repositionable glue, so it does wash away.
Very busy also still on those glossy highlights, just to let you know. I know they are back in stock. They won't be for long. I mean, they will go. We have reordered them. I mean, we had tens of thousands of them when we launched them a couple of weeks ago. They sold out about 5-6 days ago now. We just found a few hundred of them. But if you want them, you will need to be fast for them. I think maybe if you ordered one bottle of them when they first launched and you've seen how amazing they are, definitely a great time to come in and get yourself another one. They are just there. It was over a third gone though already, so you will need to be fast for them if you want to get your hands on them.
I'm just going to redo these flowers just to give them a little bit more onto there. It's a good thing with using the platform. We can use that and just pop that down again, and then we will give that a little spray. So again, just a little bit at a time, and then as soon as you start to see it go, just see if you want to spray that little bit more. But it's a really cool effect.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It just works really well. So once you let that dry, depending on how much you water that down, and I'm going to try this one off as well, because I also want to bring in those art liners, because the art liners lend themselves.
The art liners, Debbie, I think must be one of like the unsung heroes in our range, aren't they? They
absolutely.
are so versatile.
They're so versatile. So you can see you get different nibs. So you've got your 005 or 0.05. Then your 01, 03, 05, 08, and your BR, which is like your brush one. So that's, you're getting a thicker one with that one, which is, I mean, that's like an eyeliner, isn't it? So eyeliner
Don't
pen.
pop it on, it's permanent, isn't it?
It is permanent, yes.
Right.
But what that's great for, do you know where people do that around the outside, where
Like
they do the faux
stitching,
stitching? Yeah. And also where you just bring your, you just draw the
Jan's
line.
a big fan of this technique, isn't she?
So you can just literally bring it down all the way around, and it just frames everything, which is really nice. And then you just do it again, so you haven't got to go in any particular order, and anybody can do it, and it just adds a little bit of sort of a designer look really to whatever you're doing.
Stylish.
It's very stylish, yeah. So these pens are amazing, but what they're also good for is adding really fine detail. So if you wanted to go in and just add some extra dots in between, you can do that. If you want to re-put in your lines, you can do that, and it just adds something really extra there. So just putting in that sort of darkness, so you can always add in afterwards. Think of, do you know a white liner pen, Joe?
Yeah, like a white gel pen.
Gel pen,
Yeah.
yes. Well, your art liners will do the same sort of thing. So I'm actually just putting these back into the line, so we're just getting a better definition of our flower. So it's just a nice way, and anyone can do this. I can't draw for toffee, but you can see I'm starting to put this, all my my extra elements back in. If I want to just add some extra shading in the bottom, you're able to do that because you've got that really fine line. So lots of different things that you can do with your art liners. Just to have these in the pack is amazing. And if you didn't want nothing else and you just wanted to treat yourself to these, because they really are artist quality and they're amazing to work with. I'm not very good with working with, I can't do fancy writing. I can write just normal, and I've got fairly neat writing, but I think there's, when I first see the art liners, I was thinking, well, what can you do with them? Because I would think you'd have to do script writing. So yes, if you want to do that with them, they're perfect. But if you don't, then we've got the perfect stamps out coming out, haven't we? With the stamping of the script, the brush lettering one, yeah. The brush lettering, yeah, absolutely. And in fact, can I give a little heads up? Because next Saturday, so Saturday week, not this Saturday coming, but the following Saturday, I've got the brush lettering on a craft along. Yes, so I'm really excited about those.
There's a craft along this Saturday as well with myself and Craig. Me and Craig weren't meant to be here this Saturday.
Oh, I was just going to say Craig.
Yeah, he's in on Saturday. I'm coming in on Saturday as well. Johnny and Charlotte are here unexpectedly too. So it's going to be a super Saturday this Saturday. We've got a floral spray stamp and die craft along. Play your crafts right in the daytime. I might even put my shorts on, but you'll not be able to tell because I'll be behind the counter. And then we've got a foiling 101 craft house in the evening. What a great day that's going to be.
Yeah, really nice. I had my shorts on the other week.
Did you?
Yeah, me and Johnny had matching shorts on.
Matching shorts?
Yeah. He was like, oh, we got this matching, so we've got matching legs.
You got matching legs?
I said, are you saying that I'm short like you?
Maybe he's got a sort of average size length, but an average size leg, but a short body, Johnny. How tall are you, Johnny? 5'6".
Oh, are you,
I don't think of Johnny being
only
short.
seems about my height, and I'm 5'3¼
Are you? I'm 5'8.5" is what I've always told myself. I think it's probably closer to 5'7" though. Johnny, you thought you were 5'7", but you're actually 5'6".
Oh dear. They say small things come in good things come in small packages.
Small things generally do come in small packages. Yes, Debbie.
That's not the saying, is it? What's the saying?
Have you heard about Yupo Paper?
Do you know where the name come from, Joe? You're so awful to me.
It's because I love you. It's because I love you. That's why I can be, that's why I can tease you.
I thought that was a really interesting fact.
Do you know why they call it? It's like saying, do you know why they call it Coca-Cola? No, why do they call it Coca-Cola? It's just the brand. Do you know why they call it a Hoover? No, why do they call it a Hoover? It's just the brand. Why is it called a Mercedes-Benz? Do you know why it's called a Mercedes-Benz? No, Debbie, why? It's just the brand.
Well, not everything is named after the brand, is it?
No. She's gone. That's it. What's the big secret about on Sunday, Joe? You can tell us. I can't. Sorry.
Oh, is there a secret?
Well,
do I not know the
something
secret?
big happening Sunday evening. Yeah, maybe will we? Johnny's just said we can tell you more during Creative Cravings. I'm not sure we can. I think we might have to ask someone, Johnny.
Johnny's the boss.
Because Johnny says to me, "Oh yeah, go on, you can do it. It's fine, Joe. You tell him." And then I'll say, "Well, Johnny said," and he'll say, "Well, I didn't tell you that. You're making it up." It's going to be big. I mean, you think Christmas has been big so far? You've seen nothing yet, is all I'll say. 7 p.m. Sunday in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, a very special 3-hour show with myself and Sarah, kicking off something really special.
And there we go. So being able to create those backgrounds just with those pens and then spraying the water. They're so effective, Joe. I absolutely love the...
Do you want to do demo of the show now? Have you got more finished cards to do? Is it projects? Is it...
No, I've just got one more really, so we can do it
let's
now.
just do... Well, you got one more card to do?
One more, yes.
Well, I wouldn't want that card to miss out. Imagine, I mean, that could be card of the month for all we know. Apparently it won't be. So, do you want to just show people at home what you did then, Debbie? So maybe it'll be card of the month. So we'll do it now then, yeah? Okay, let's do it now then. Let's get it done now.
Okay, so, and actually, let's bring in this first one because you'll be able to now see. We can put this up a little bit more, but look at that.
Oh,
how gorgeous.
shiny.
Yeah, really beautiful. And that's what you're going to be able to get with that. Oh, look,
Nice.
It's lush. So lovely, looks really beautiful. I'm actually wondering, we've got a flower forming foam masterclass. I'm not sure whether it's tomorrow or Friday, but it's one day this week. I'm wondering if you could put that on foam. Like on the tips of the foam, so it looks like
I bet you could,
raindrops.
do you know what I bet you could do? I bet you
Tomorrow
could dip
at
your
3
stamen.
o'clock.
I bet you could dip your stamens in it. Why not dip your stamen
Well,
in?
they're already glossy, aren't they?
No, it's not all of them, but imagine how much glossy your
Some of them,
stamen would be
mate.
if you dipped it in glossy
Well, we will
highlight.
try it tomorrow, Joe.
Okay.
Well, you won't be here, but I'll
No.
try it tomorrow. So, number one, we've got with our glossy highlights. I always keep going to call it something else. Then number two, our good luck. Number three. Number three and number four.
1, 2, 3, or 4. And get your votes in Crafters TV if you are across on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. Do you want to buy the whole show? You can do it in just one click. You get absolutely everything that you'll see right here before me. So you get the art liners, you get the classiques, the colour blend pencils, Discovery kit in there, which is the watercolour. You've got illustrators, metallic pencils, you've got a re-inker, metallic markers. There's also sparkle pens. You've also got tricolour markers, a tri-blend pen in there, and 6, no less, 6 ink pads as well in here. So you get the Watermark Clear, Finesse Alcohol Proof, Finesse Waterproof, Harmony Quick Dry Anthracite, as well as the Harmony Pigment Honey Pot and the Harmony Water Reactive Pumice. Get all of them, all of that. It's amazing value. Buy it in one click, you get half price shipping as well. If you don't get to the threshold, because obviously platinum members, 104.84, you'd be just short, you get half price shipping though, which is amazing. Let me just share with you again, you might want someone to store all of your Spectrum Noir products, and we've got those available for you on the show. These are the pen storage trays, as you can see just here, and these are brilliant because these are, what's the word, Johnny? They are modular, that's the word. So it means that, Johnny's like, no way I was getting that one. It means that you can either stack them up on top of each other, you can have them so they sort of cascade backwards, you can clip them over into the sides of each other. So no matter what your workspace is at home, or what your crafting space is like, you're going to be able to pop those down. You can get 72 markers in there as well, which is awesome. So it's would be enough to, hold everything that you can see right here. Then we've also got the same concepts as well for you, but for your ink pad, your ink pads. Now these are brilliant, the ink pad trays. There we are. The ink pad trays. Oh, me and packaging, Debbie, honestly, we don't get on. The ink pad trays, so these are great, exactly the same concept for you, but of course you've got the slot in there for your ink pads. The other thing is, you've got square ink pads, you can pop those in there, and you've got the little finger lift holes there as well, which is fantastic. Again, these are brilliant, you can stack those really, really high and store all of your ink pads together, which is awesome. You get 18 ink pads in that particular storage collection right there. $6.79 or $9.98 if you want to get those ones. Right, I love that we've stayed the sparkle, all the sparkle for the end, Debbie, because I absolutely love a sparkle pen. They're so popular, aren't they, Debbie? It seems to be one of those things that so many people love. And maybe if you're not into colouring, I think you can still utilise a sparkle pen if you know, just in things like your paper crafting.
Yeah, they are so versatile. The main thing is with sparkle pens is they're water-based. So you get that intense sparkle all the way through. So I'm just going to take mine out of the pack. You get the 3 colours in this one, and Joe's right, so these are our massively popular ones. They're the ones that go all the time because the 3 colours blend beautifully together. The 2, especially these ones, make a different purple that you can put in there as well. But even on their own, just to be able to paint an actual image. So I am going to just cheat a little and bring this one back in, just to show you to start with how you can paint directly onto your card. Now all you need to do is shake them to wake them, we say. So if you just give them a shake, they have microscopic particles of glitter in here, which just distribute themselves throughout the pen. Now the barrel here itself is the only part that holds your ink. Once that goes down, you then need to, you've got a little push on each side, you just push that gently and that will refill your barrel back up if it's starting to go a bit dry on the nib. The other thing you can do is you can push it a bit more and actually have your ink come out on the glass mat, which we are going to do. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to put a tiny little piece here. And then what I am going to do is bring in my clear sparkle. You might just have a paintbrush, but what it means is I can use this to then build up to get that definition in our flower. So it's a really nice way to be able to do something different with your sparkle pens. I can then even go in and add a little bit of blue, so we can sort of bring our blue around this mid section. Didn't want too much there, but it's starting to, I think my cardstock is still a little bit wet, but that will then start to blend in with that and give us that beautiful purple. So all beautiful. So actually being able to paint, I can bring that out a little bit more because we've got quite a lot of that ink running through, and really just get so much out of our pens. Now that's just one of the ones that we can do. Oh, hello, John. You do know now, John, no one will be watching the demo. They'll just be watching you. Where did Joe disappear? Joe's disappeared on me. So what we are going to do now, the different things that we can do with them, we can actually use them to paint our backgrounds with. So I am going to use it. We could actually put our pen directly on here and use our brush, but I always think that uses a bit too much ink. So what I'm going to do is gently push the sides just to get some of that ink on the side here on my mat, and then we're going to use our blues. So add in that blue again, just giving that a little squeeze, and then we're going to do the same with the purple. Just need to give that one a little shake.
A lovely colours these. Also the Glitz and Glamour always. Has that John been in my box?
He has.
Honestly,
I was a bit shocked. I didn't even know you'd gone, Joe.
Can't leave my box alone for 2 seconds. The Glitz and Glamour ones are awesome because I think they are, I'm pretty sure, Debbie, the most popular set that we have bought you historically. So great that we're able to put those in this collection and also give you a half price deal. I don't think I've ever seen them as affordable as this.
Yeah, absolutely. But look how rich that colour is. It's just incredible. And then we're going to pick up that blue, just soak that all up, and then we're just going to paint that into there. And that will create another purple blend, then into our blue, and then we will do our deep purple. These
3 colours together, they're almost like the, what's the 3 ink pad colours that everyone always uses? The fuchsia, is it fuchsia, parakeet and lemon tonic?
Yes.
This is like, these are like the sparkling version of those 3 colours, aren't they? They're just such a pleasing colour combo, these.
Yes, totally. Yeah, it really is. And because they're so refreshing, like really strong colours, aren't they? So being able to sort of blend them one into the other and get in that beautiful ombre effect. And then again with this, you don't want to be wasting. So we are just going to squirt our water onto the top. And I'm putting quite a bit down, and then we can just bring in another piece.
The comments have gone. The comments have just spiralled into a John spiral.
It's because of John.
There's love hearts everywhere. Oh, hello, John, says Candice. Laura says, look at all the hearts for you, John. John, heart faces from Eden. Diane says, love a John sighting. Rose says, hey, Johnny.
John sighting.
Honestly. can't leave for 2 seconds.
So funny. So I'm just going to mop up. Now, I wouldn't normally waste that ink. nor would
Hello, John, says Teresa.
He loves it. Don't. Oh yeah, perhaps you shouldn't tell him that he has motorbike levers.
Debbie.
I said it now. They're going to want to see him, aren't they? And his,
Mary Pat shut her iPad off accidentally, and now she's fuming that she's missed John again.
He was just keeping your spot warm there. But look how intense those colours still are, Joe. So even spraying all that water and then doing our splodge effect to our actually intense colours, both, you're going to get some really pretty backgrounds.
Yeah, they are gorgeous. I've even used these, you know. I've used them before. Yeah, just doing some backgrounds over some unicorn stamps that Debbie Robinson stamped out. I just think they're so fun.
Yeah,
anyone can
they're
use
amazing.
them. And they are great. Do you know what? I think they would look brilliant behind as well, especially the one on the left there. You know, it's like a picture mount. You know, if you want to frame a really lovely picture and just have that as a little mount behind. I mean, so many different uses that you'll find for these.
Absolutely. And they just look so nice because there's so many different things. So think about all your rock salt techniques, your cling film techniques, all those sort of things you're going to be able to do with these and create just beautiful backgrounds. So let's, where's my water? I'm just going to sprinkle. So let's just tap. I'm just going to tap. So I want more sort of little blobs just over the top here. And then I'm just going to use that to soak up a little bit before we go over.
We're going to have to start policing the comments soon, I think, when John's on air, because I cannot read most of them out that have been have come up. Some lady just nearly crashed her car in the drive-through. I mean, I can't. We need to get a new risk assessment for John coming onto these shows, I think.
You naughty girls, you are. So I'm just going to do the same on the other one. So just put in that, but look how that dramatically changes. So just put
I remember when I was the pretty one.
Ah, you're still the pretty one.
Chopped liver, now John's here.
There's always someone to upstage you,
I know,
isn't there?
always.
Right, and then we're going to do the same with this one. Just soaking up and taking that off. But look how beautiful they both look. So two totally different designs, one we're brushing on and one we're doing that. And then all we're going to do, Joe, I'm just going to make that into a little bit of a card. So because what I love about these is that we can just, I'm going to use this one because my main one has been used and I quite like this background. We're just going to mat and layer onto some cardstock. And I love using backgrounds just to frame your sentiments, so you don't need nothing else on them. Just look cool how they are. So popping that on and then just mounting that onto our card.
Would be great with a gnomes collection, this, wouldn't it? I could see a little sort of fantasy gnome.
Yeah, it would. That would be amazing. Because they got some lovely colours in there. You're a naughty lot out there, aren't you? Yeah, that's what we need.
I really wish I could read some of the comments out. Really.
Well, it's all right. They can all read them, can't they? So we've just got then our. Let me find. What have I done with my foam pads? Obviously put them right out of sight. So there we go, go into the drawer. Apparently,
I've been chopped liver for a while. Apparently, since Ben got here, according to some of our viewers.
Since Ben,
how rude! You've been chopped liver since Ben arrived. Wow,
that's hilarious.
Right, Debbie.
That's really
Dee
funny.
says, don't worry that you can't read out the comments, Joe. Don't worry, we can read them all here. It's fine.
Oh dear.
That looks galactic, says Sarah's Creations. I absolutely love it.
It does look galactic.
Crafty Angie says, really looks cosmic, Debbie. Nice job.
Yeah, cosmic. I like that. Again, let's just pop some little... We need some little gems on this, don't we? Definitely. But it's just nice to create that background and actually
And you said that this wouldn't have been card of the show. Are you kidding me? This would have definitely been card of the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a little bit basic. That was probably why. But yeah, so there's that one, and then I'd done it that way because I thought I'd bring in the one that I did with the other one, and you've got two different
Yeah,
swords.
I mean that one maybe not so much, but the that.
It does look.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But you know what, Joe? It just shows you every background you get is different, so you just get that different look, and you can do a few different ones and then put them on your card, whichever one.
Well, I
suits
think
yours.
that's my favourite thing that you've created in the show today, Debbie. But unfortunately, it's not card of the show because we didn't put it
undersold
in.
myself.
Number 4 is the winner.
Number 4. That was this one.
There we are.
Yeah, so you like with the water on the background, the poppies. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Just to be able to create your backgrounds and that poppy with a bit of spray of water is, yeah, really cool.
Awesome. Right, loads of love coming in for that last demonstration there. A beautiful card, says Mary Pat. Love that, says Suze as well. What I want to do is run through all the elements that make up that Buy the Show collection. They're all available individually for you. You can just buy them all together in one click. It's completely up to you. The art liners are the first ones we've got here. A really lovely variation of nib sizes here. So you can do a whole host of different jobs with these, which is fantastic. All that I'm about to share with you is half price as well. We do have the classics available for you. It's kind of where it started really with regards to the alcohol colouring. You've got the bullet nib and the chisel nib on there, which is fantastic. You need to lay a lot of colour down quickly, can they blend beautifully. The colour blend pencils, we've shown you these, great to use in their own right, wonderful to add highlight or accent to your alcohol marker colouring too, so really versatile there, and again half price for you. Maybe you want to try something new, maybe it's watercolour that you want to have a bit of a dibble dabble with, then you can, because you've got a discovery kit here. You get 3 markers in there and an art liner, you've got worksheets and all the instructions on how you can create some awesome watercolour techniques from Bonita, so make sure you grab those. We've also got the illustrators available for you on the show. This is the Seascape that you've got here. These are kind of the top of the range really when it comes to our alcohol markers. You've got that wonderful bullet nib, but a really amazing Japanese soft brush nib on there as well. To get those for £10 as a platinum member is quite unbelievable. The metallic pencils, that wonderful wax-based metallic pencil, really creamy and soft. These blend together beautifully too, and again a brilliant price for you on that one. The Reinkers, these are fantastic. This is the tulip you've got here, goes great as well. If you're going for these, make sure you go for some of that Yupo paper to use them on too, because that's a match made in heaven. We also have the metallic markers. It's a 6-piece set here for you. This is the antique minerals that you've got, and in the antique minerals you get ancient bronze, aged copper, rose gold, tarnished silver, vintage satin, and the antique pearl there for you as well. Next, we've got the Glitz and Glamour here. As you can see, those sparkle pens that Debbie has just used to create that incredible background. I would say probably the most popular combination of colours we've ever brought you there in those ones. We also had a little look earlier at the Tricolour Aqua markers. It's a 3-piece set here for you. It's the colour basics you're looking at. Each one of those pens is 3 pens. Each pen has 3 different colours in there as well. So that means that you've got 9 colours total that are all going to work together and blend together beautifully. Never seen those at half price. Definitely snap those up. We've got a tri-blend marker for you on the show if you wanted to just have a go at one of those. Half price again. It's the purple here for you. We've got some ink pads, the Harmony Water Reactive ink pad. This is the pumice here. These blend seamlessly and really allow you to add highlights and details to your projects. We've also got the opaque pigment ink pad in the honey pot, perfect for that real full coverage, but also brilliant if you want to heat emboss too. If it's stamping you want to be doing, especially things like your sentiments, then your quick dries are going to be perfect for that. This is the anthracite grey that you've got in that one. If you're watercolouring, then it's the Finesse waterproof ink pad that you'll want, which is this one just here in the black. If you are alcohol marker colouring or doing anything that has an alcohol content, you'll want this one, which is the alcohol proof Finesse ink pad that's in pebble. If you love to heat emboss, then this next one is brilliant for you. This is your Watermark translucent clear ink pad, great for adding your coloured embossing powders onto your different projects. But again, if you want to buy all of that in one click and you want half price shipping, then of course you can go for this just here, which is awesome. Half price shipping on that, and a real lovely sort of, I think if you maybe know someone that was wanting to get into colouring, what a great gift that could be for someone. The other thing that we need to talk to you about as well are the glossy highlights, because still so incredibly busy on these. They are wonderful. It's kind of like a liquid glass that it adds to your project, or whether that's cardstock, you can do it on things like wood. I've seen these used on stone, ceramic, itself levels. They are amazing. They totally sold out. We launched them a few weeks back, totally gone. We have found a handful more, but well over a third of that stock has now gone, so I don't think there's going to be around for much longer. If you want to get your hands on those, you can. $4.79 or $5.56 for platinum members if you want to get hold of those ones right there. Right, Debbie, I know we've got more shows coming up. Of course, we've got Creative Cravings, 7 p.m. in the UK, or 2 p.m. if you're across on the East Coast. And then Craig will be back with Ben tomorrow for Wake Up Call, which is midday in the UK, 7 a.m. if you're over on the East Coast. But Creative Cravings, Debbie, later, what can we expect from that show?
Yeah, so we've got lots of our liftables, we've got our panel dies, so really good dies to work with. So if you love your dies, your sort of edgeables and your sort of cutting dies, you're going to love the show. So yes, hopefully join us later on.
Yeah, we would love to see you there. The comments are just simmering down slightly. The temperature's just going down. Maybe John will pop up in the later show. Who knows? He's here all day. Great show, Debbie and Joe. We'll be checking in later for the final show of the day. And also Joe saying, hi Joe and Debbie, great show, thank you. Caught it a bit late, but we'll rewatch later. Ordering, really need to get down to creating as orders are arriving thick and fast. They really are. We've had some incredible festive launches recently, and we're about to knock it up a gear as well on Sunday, and you'll be finding out more about that as the week goes on. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted some behind the scenes photos yesterday from some filming we've been doing, so lots to come. Massive thank you to Debbie, big thank you to the star of the show, John, and of course to the team next door in the gallery. We'll see you back here in an hour, no, 2 hours time. In fact, for my last show of the week. Who knows what will happen. Bye.